morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to today's Africa and Nigerian news. Hi, I'm Ogunlade Anjola, Christianah. Here to bring you the latest updates shaping our nation and continent, from economics and politics to security and social development. Here is what is making headlines today: national security and public safety. In our top on national security, recent reports highlight a troubling rise in violent attacks across several states in northwestern Nigeria. According to analysts, incidents involving jihadists and militant groups increased by 86% between 2024 and 2025 in states like Sokoto, Kebbi, Niger, and Kwara, with fatalities rising sharply as these armed groups exploit security gaps and threaten civilian safety. Economy and development. Turning to the economy, Nigeria continues to attract attention for major national development. In Nigeria, tech finance firm M-Copper has disbursed over 231 billion in credit, expanding financial access to more than a million everyday earners. A move seen as boosting economic inclusion and small business growth across the country. On the policy front, Nigeria has officially declared its candidacy for a seat on the United Nations Human Rights Council for the 2027-2029 term, citing a strong record of promoting freedom and human rights on the continent. Meanwhile, across Africa, several currencies remain weak compared to global benchmarks, raising concerns about imported inflation and economic stability across the continent. Politics, partnerships, and public image. In efforts to strengthen Nigeria's national presence, the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations (NIPR) and the News Agency of Nigeria (NAN) have partnered in a strategic bid to boost the nation's global image, especially ahead of critical diplomatic events like the 2026 World Public Relations Forum. Also in leadership news, Global Infrastructure Corporation took a step forward as African leaders agreed to pool over 2.5 trillion towards regional transport and connectivity projects. A move analysts say could transform cross-border trade and integration across the continent. Education and professional development. In a major policy development in legal and economic education, Nigeria's National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies (NILDS) signed a groundbreaking agreement to establish an advanced certificate course in After Law and Policy, aimed at equipping policymakers, legislators, and legal professionals with deeper expertise in continental trade frameworks. This initiative comes as trade liberalization and economic cooperation continue to gain momentum across Africa. Environment and energy progress. In environmental and energy news, Africa continues to make impressive gains in renewable energy. Human interest stories. Finally, on a positive note, community-driven initiatives across Nigeria are making impact from youth-led environmental cleanups to women-owned business networks. Grassroots efforts are helping strengthen local economies and promote unity. These inspiring stories remind us that beyond policies and economics, everyday citizens continue to shape the future of their communities. And that wraps up today's comprehensive look at the most important developments in Nigeria and across Africa, from national security and economic cooperation to cultural shifts and environmental progress. Thank you for joining us on Africa Today. Hi, I'm Ogunlade Anjola, Christianah.